Hi, my name is Katharine Selvidge, and I'll be doing my informative speech on the intermittent fasting craze. With me today, I have three people as audience members. I have my husband Jordan and my son Luke, and I have our neighbor Briley, who is doing the videoing. The purpose of this speech is to inform you on intermittent fasting, what it is, the health benefits, the precautions, and the varying opinions by doctors on intermittent fasting. So what is more important, what you eat or when you eat it when it comes to weight loss? Dr. Fung, who wrote the Obesity Code, he is the foremost expert on intermittent fasting. He is a nephrologist. He helps people with kidney disease, which is most often caused by obesity. He would say it's more important about when you eat than what you eat. So I was turned on to intermittent fasting by my husband, Jordan. He read Dr. Fung's book, The Obesity Code, and he started practicing intermittent fasting to lose weight. And he was like a lot of people. He would lose weight, he would plateau, and then he would gain the weight back again. He had a fat wardrobe, he had a skinny wardrobe. It was a roller coaster ride for everybody. But with intermittent fasting, he lost the weight and he dropped the weight. And his eating habits remained the same. And so I was very curious. And so I read Dr. Fung's book, The Obesity Code, and I realized that I actually practice intermittent fasting. I just didn't realize it. So I will go into more detail about what intermittent fasting is, the benefits, the history, and some opposing views. So what is intermittent fasting? It's a way of eating. It's not a diet. Basically allows you to reset your body set weight. So if your insulin levels are high, you'll have a high body set weight. If your insulin levels are low, you'll have a lower set weight. So what is insulin? Insulin is a hormone that is produced by your pancreas to process glucose from carbohydrates that you eat. So every time you eat, insulin is produced. Your body will, your muscles and your brain will eat the glucose, and the extra will be stored as glycogen in your liver. But there's only so many glycogen stores in your liver, so the extra is stored throughout your body as fat. And intermittent fasting allows your body to access that stored energy and use it. Your glycogen can actually power your body for 24 to 36 hours. And then after that, your body will actually start using its fat stores. So to lose weight, it's a good idea to spend time using your stored energy or fasting. So actually there was a doctor, his name is Dr. Madison. He discovered in his study that if you fasted for 2 days a week, it actually improved your cognitive function. It would protect against the accumulation of amyloid plaques, which is found in Alzheimer's patients. So his study confirmed that intermittent fasting can prevent Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's. So this seems to me intermittent fasting is like a forgotten instinct. Is it a new craze, or is this some kind of ancient secret? Hippocrates, one of the founders of modern medicine, recommended fasting in apple cider vinegar. He actually is quoted to say, "To eat when you are sick is to feed your illness." So religions all over the world practice fasting for spiritual purposes. Buddhists will fast in the morning, or they'll just have water fasts, and Greek Orthodox Christians will fast for 180 to 200 days out of the year. And Muslims are known to fast from sunrise to sunset during the month of Ramadan. So fasting has a long proven history, but is there anybody who shouldn't fast? Are there any doctors out there that don't recommend fasting? And the answer is yes. At Dr. Fung's website, dietdoctor.com, he goes on to explain if you're anorexic or you have eating disorders, if you're under the age of 18, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, you should not fast. If you have liver, kidney, or heart disease, you can still fast, but you need to be under a doctor's care. Dr. Kathleen Zellman from WebMD, she wrote an article called Diet, Myth, or Truth. Fasting is effective for weight loss. And she gives more of an opposing view to intermittent fasting. She says that it can lead to muscle loss, not just fat loss. She believes that it puts your body in conservation mode. So it slows your metabolism, so you burn calories slower. So when you go back to eating after intermittent fasting, you actually will regain your weight and more. She also goes on to explain that when you intermittent fast initially, there's dizziness, headaches, muscle weakness, you get low blood sugar, fatigue. Longer term fasting can lead to anemia, weakened immune system, liver and kidney problems, and mineral deficiencies. But Dr. Fung, in his book, The Obesity Code, would counter that by saying you could take vitamins and mineral supplements, and also that it's not ideal to do a long-term fast over 24 or 36 hours without being under a doctor's care. So in conclusion, intermittent fasting has many benefits. It can help you lose weight, specifically body fat. It can prevent Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, it can reverse type 2 diabetes, and it can improve your mental clarity. In closing, if you're on the fence about intermittent fasting, I do suggest that you read Dr. Fung's book, The Obesity Code, because he goes into detail not just about fasting and its benefits and its history and the science behind it, but also about what to eat. Like I said earlier, what's more important, what you eat or when you eat. He actually does believe it's both, even though he does believe when you eat is more important. He also goes into detail about diet fads and how they have formed medical professionals or their current opinions about dieting and exercising and eating. I'd like to thank you for watching my speech about intermittent fasting, and I wish you good health. Goodbye.